Hello everyone, this tarot reading is focusing on what limiting a belief about yourself are you ready to release? And straight away the energy of this reading really feels like it's about loosening your grip on a version of yourself that was shaped by pressure, responsibility and the need to stay in control in order to feel safe. For the Animal Oracle card we have Walrus Spirit, and the message here is remain vigilant about the current situation, pay attention to the signs and omens and let them dictate your choices. So I actually couldn't believe this card came out today, because earlier this morning the very first video I watched was about a baby walrus that had been abandoned by its mother. It was only like a couple of weeks old, and it's now being cared for around the clock by volunteers at a rescue centre. Constantly has to be cuddled and it was so cute. But it stood out to me, okay, and I thought, okay. Anyways, I'm going to get to that in a moment. What Walrus Spirit is really saying is you can trust yourself. You are able to see clearly. You are picking up on things, even subtle things, and you are making the right moves, my darling, even when they feel uncomfortable or unfamiliar. And this is really reinforced by the Emperor sitting underneath the Walrus card. The Emperor is someone who is someone who does observe, who pays attention, and who makes decisions from a place of inner authority. He doesn't act out of fear. He stands or sits, but he stands really where he does because he trusts himself, okay? And what also feels important here is the symbolism of, what I'm saying is that I saw a baby walrus, okay? So to me, I feel there's a strong sense of a new beginning or a fresh mindset coming through. And even though you have experience and wisdom behind you, it feels like you're actually being asked to approach things with more of a beginner's mind again. Not because you don't know enough, but because you're learning how to trust yourself on a deeper level, okay? And this Walrus card really also speaks about a lot of signs and synchronicities. So I've seen 2 walruses so far, okay? And I like to work with the animal spirits. I like the messages and yeah. So for me personally, walruses have come out, okay? I feel that with this card, what it really talks about is that how the universe is communicating with you constantly. And right now, what's happening is that actually you are noticing it. That might look like repeating numbers, hearing the same word or place, name over and over again, or having a thought and then seeing it, kind of like confirmed almost immediately, okay? These signs catch your attention because your awareness is opening. And it's also, it's guidance, isn't it? But sorry, bringing back to the question, I feel that this reading is actually really showing you are releasing the belief that you can't trust yourself or that you have to stay guarded in order to feel safe. And I feel like actually you're learning to follow your inner guidance even when the path feels very unfamiliar or stretches you out of your comfort zone, okay? With the Four of Pentacles, I feel it really does support this message. This card comes up when you're holding on tightly to control or security. And in this reading, it points to belief that letting go means losing stability. You may have learned to protect yourself by, closing off emotionally or clinging to what feels familiar, even when it no longer serves you. And that's a belief that you, my darling, are ready to release, okay? And this is where the Emperor shifts the energy. And like the Four of Pentacles, which holds on to fear, the Emperor stands firm because he trusts himself. His presence here shows you, stepping into a healthier form of self-authority. You're releasing that strength. I do apologise. Bloody hell, I can think of the word. You're realising that strength doesn't come from being rigid or emotionally closed off, but from clarity, self-trust, and a grounded confidence. And the Two of Cups reversed, this brings this into relationships, both with others and yourself. This can point to imbalance or connections that no longer feel mutual, okay? But on a deeper level, it also reflects a belief that healthy, equal connection isn't fully available to you, or that you have to compromise yourself to maintain harmony. That belief, my darling, is ready to be released. You're learning that real connection starts with alignment to yourself. And at the bottom of the deck, we have the Ten of Wands reversed, and that seals the message. You're letting go of the belief that you have to carry everything on your own. You're putting down the burdens that were never meant to be permanent, and learning that it's safe to choose ease and support instead of constant effort and survival mode. So I feel that this reading is actually really showing you that the limiting belief you're ready to release is the idea that strength means control. emotional restraint, and doing everything alone. And I feel Spirit is really guiding you towards a new understanding of strength, one that allows trust, balance, and shared responsibility. And I feel like you're stepping into more of a grounded, confident version of yourself. And that shift is actually opening the door to healthier relationships, clearer boundaries, and much more deeper connection with who you truly are. Okay, I hope this reading's helped. Have a good day. Bye bye.